So I was in the church earlier, and I was fixing to make a video. Something different, something to reach out to those who might be in my situation with spiritual warfare and stuff like that. And to maybe reach out to the non-believers and get them to believe through testimony. But essentially, I was going into church just absolutely destroyed today because of the spiritual warfare. I was dragged down yesterday, and it was dragging me through the mud this morning. I left church feeling completely different, a lot more confident in being a child of God. I felt a lot better. And one of my friends at church actually said something that stuck to me. Make a video. Maybe you can reach out to someone who's in need. If you save one person from sin by giving them the testimony and good news of Jesus, praise be to God, but that's a job well done. So I'm not able to save anybody, but Jesus can. And I just want to go over. I just want to put this out there. I've been on ADHD medication. I've been on medication because I thought I had OCD or some shit, and that was causing the evil thoughts about God, about the enemy being God. Like, I thought that was it until I came off most of the medication, and it's still here. I'm like, I've come off the medication. It's still there. I've gone 3 days without taking the medication. Still there. I go back on the medication. Still there. And it's normally the same tricks that the enemy uses: doubt, deception, lies, depression, lust. Like, that's what the enemy normally uses on me. So I know that's anger is another one that it uses on me. Anger is very much one that it uses on me. And whenever I have my peace ruined, I do tend to get angry. And I forget God said, do not be angry, the wrath is mine, vengeance is mine, and all that. But I just want to let you guys know that this shit is real, and it is not mental. Like, you cannot take a pill and get this shit to stop. And yes, I am cursing. That's another habit I need to cut out. I admit that. But this is stuff that is very real, and you can't take a pill to make it stop. Like, this is full-on spiritual warfare. And Jesus is the only one that's going to see you through it. I mean, if you're ever in this position, don't do what I did and fall away and stop reading the Bible, because that's a one-way ticket to have it getting worse. Like, that just makes it worse. Instead, I encourage you to open up the Bible. I encourage you to stay in the Word. I encourage you to do everything you can to hold on to Jesus, because that's going to be your strong point. If Jesus is with you, they cannot touch you. They can try, they can knock on the door, but they cannot come in if Jesus is in you. And at the end of the day, that's what we need. So, I just wanted to make this video and talk about it a little bit. Like, it's really diabolical, because, you know, some days it'll drag me through depression. It'll drag me through getting down and feeling like I'm too far gone for God to save. Other days, it's like, well, I got nothing else to lose because I've pretty much lost everything. And then other days, it's like, you know what, I'm going to beat this thing. And it's not good stuff. I mean, it's really bad stuff what the enemy says and tries to get you to believe. And I'm not going to repeat it just because of how bad it is. It's like blaspheming against the Holy Ghost is what he's trying to get me to believe. But it could be very different, because it could be very different things. It could be lust. It could be all sorts of things. The enemy is essentially making a roadblock between you and God. So imagine you're standing right here. God is like two steps in front of you. But the enemy comes in, slides this wall. I can't make it happen with my hands because I'm holding one hand with my phone. But you have a wall. You have yourself right here. The enemy is like right here with the wall, and then Jesus is right behind that wall. Is essentially a roadblock between you and Jesus. It's basically trying to handicap you. The enemy will use all lies and tricks and deceptions to try and attack you. And that's just how it's been from the beginning of time. And if you give an inch, you're giving the enemy a mile to get in. You give an inch, the enemy's going to take a mile. Don't even give an inch. Because the moment you give in, is the moment everything goes wrong. And there ain't no coming back from giving in that inch. It's rough. I will say being a Christian has been the greatest thing that's happened to me. But I will also say it's been the hardest thing. And it still is the hardest thing that has ever happened. Because to let go of lust and everything, that's hard. By the grace of God, I tore up the remaining 2 packs of cigarettes I had and threw them out. Why? Because God commanded me to. But it was hard. And now I gotta try and stop. But it's worth it. So I just want to let you guys in on a little bit of what my outlook on it and share that with you guys. You guys stay safe. Have a blessed Sunday.